Okay guys, I'm doing the part 2 of the beginner's guide, or the truth, myth, fact of the ketogenic diet, but more I think it's for the beginners. Now in the first half of the video, sometimes people just find the second video because that's just how it works. I've been doing, so I'm going to really just go through this brief summary. I've been doing the ketogenic diet for 7 years. I am 48, turning 49. I will be 50 in less than, well, a little over a year and a half. No, a year and some change. Let's put it that way. I used to be a pro skateboarder. I busted my knee. I've had 10 surgeries, so I cannot run, jump, lunge, or squat out of a burning building. But I maintain a low body fat, and I started saying, oh, this is the business, joking around. So people start saying that this is the business when I start talking about how my body is so highly adapted that it's running on ketones. Now, a lot of you guys find the ketogenic diet because you want to lose weight. It doesn't work like that. If you have weight issues, the ketogenic diet is not going to be the cure-all. You're not going to do it and lose weight. Like, period. 5, 10, 20,000 people emailing me, I'm in ketosis. You're not in ketosis. You're not. You lost a bunch of water, you lost muscle, and you lost a bink of fat, which you can do on any diet. Okay? Okay? So any starvation diet can have you lose water. At any time you drop your carbohydrates, essentially, and lower your caloric load, you can drop water first, then muscle, always, yes, because it's expensive, and then fat. Body doesn't like to give up fat. It's like, oh, hell no. Which is why when you go to a gym, you see people on treadmills year after year after year, and they never get more lean, ever. Unless they're doing a crash diet and they're doing 2-a-days, which then they blow out their thyroid. So you can't win for losing, guys, right? The conventional wisdom of dieting is stupid to your body. You're not stupid. The action of it is. All right, so all right, let's keep going on this business. Okay, what else? So the beginner's guide was get your macros in order. It's 80, 15, 5. It is not 70, 20, 5. It is not. Or 10. It is not. It has to be 80% fat, 15% protein, and 5% carbohydrate. And how do I know this? Because I've tested it on over 1,000 people. That's the one thing I've done. I have grinded my ass into the ground, not only researching it and testing this on people with glucometers, not the breathalyzer, not the urine strips, but the ketone monitor. Glucose, ketones, and glucose. So I'm the one that said, check your glucose. If your glucose is too high, ketones become unusable. How do I know this? Because when you test over 1,000 people, and people who are crashing, who are tired, who still have headaches, who still have their seizures, who still have issues on top of issues like overgrowth in the gut, and poor sleep quality and infertility issues, or hot flashes, or what the heck, don't have those symptoms decrease unless their glucose drops under 80 milligrams per deciliter, and their ketones are at a 1.8 or higher. It's been quoted that 1.2 is optimal, which is true. That's the sweet spot. But I actually realized through testing over 1,000 people, it actually starts at a 1.8. That's when you see people start to feel better. Now, I'm hot in March. In fact, it's been hot every month. Kind of weird, right? Okay, so you need to go to the store. I've done like videos in the store where I have bicycle gloves on because I don't wear gloves in the gym. And people are like, oh my God, you're picking up fade with gym gloves. And I'm like, you guys find stuff to pick at. Like, get the core of the point of the shopping video. Not everybody has money to do pastured, free-range, GMO-free, corn-free, hormone-free meats and produce. They just don't. Pesticide-free organic. So when I walk into a store, I'm trying to kind of give a guide for everyone, because y'all are going to Panda Express, you're going to Costco, y'all know that you're doing it, going to Costco or Sam's to get your food in bulk. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to go to Sam's, I'd rather have you let go of your Eggo and pancake crap and bread to actually get whole foods, even if it has a lot of crap on it. I mean, a hell of a lot. And then that, perhaps, is the evolution from that moment that you switch to vegetables, proteins, and fats from organic materials. maybe that will be the defining moment that you actually will learn the next level to go and have healthy, organic, non-pesticide, non-GMO after that. So what you want to do, go and, like I said, you get the fatty meats, lean meats, no, not good, especially if you have gout. I have so many people who've got sleep apnea and gout. Guys, get your fatty meats. Pork belly is great. Bacon is normally made from the shoulder or the arm. You want higher fat and lower in protein. You want at least no sugar in your bacon, which is why I suggest pork belly, and even got to find pork belly that's uncured. You could do sardines and salmon or salmon, whatever. Or grass-fed beef, or the beef is the only one I'm like, don't eat it like hormone injected. Like, that's the only I'm like, run. The opposite, run with like a garlic and a cross. Otherwise, bird and pork, all of these, if you can't afford pastured pig, pork, it is what it is. But now you know your fatty meats. Now you want to hit about 200 grams of fat, actually higher. I came up with that number because everybody who was still under 200, I don't care if you're 4'11" or 1 meter, 160 centimeters, or 160, 159 or whatever, people were not adapting. Or if you're 189 centimeters, or if you are 6'2", doesn't matter. You have to jack up the fats. You have to start at 200. Classically and typically everybody always has their fats too low. They're too afraid of fat. They just gobble up the coconut oil. And those people who've got issues with the caprylic and capric acid, that's also quite interesting. I think it's caprylic, capric, lauric, MCTs that are difficult to digest. But most of you are starting to realize that over time your body builds up the enzymes to break down the capric or caprylic acid that's hard to digest. The point is, you guys using too much coconut oil. You got to up your fats. Now, some of you, there's different chunks, right? You want to get your macronutrients. You want to clear out the crap out of your kitchen. You want to stay away from, some people do like a 1-day HIIT cycle, right? Or cardio, 1 day only. After that, you got to leave these little adrenals alone. This is where the magic is. So this morning I did a video about, candida and your gut balance. But that's another part of it, guys, when you start the ketogenic diet. What the hell's going on with your gut? What's going on with your adrenals? You guys, if you have candida, if you've been eating wheat, you probably have some sort of leaky gut, whether it be very low level or high level. You guys are losing. How many people are on vitamin D? Go walk in your office and go, how many people have been tested for D and they're low? So we're malabsorptive, right? In our colon and our intestines, the walls become open. So now we've got openings in our gaps, or the gap junctions, and now the walls become porous, and even in your stomach, so things can slip easily through into the bloodstream. And then it's an autoimmune attack, and your body starts to attack itself because it doesn't understand these large undigested particles within the bloodstream. A lot of you guys aren't pooping. So when you're like, oh, the beginner's guide to the ketogenic diet, yeah, you got to poop, because if you're not crapping, you probably won't produce viable ketones. They get wasted in the urine, which is why when a lot of you guys use urine strips, you realize that you're like, I'm in ketosis, it turned purple. And I'm like, you're actually not in ketosis. You're making ketones, and now you're losing them in your urine. We want clear on the strip. That means that you're using it in the cells over time. But the best way is to use a glucometer. So we've got the deplete your glycogen, we've got get rest. Like, there's so many subsections of stuff you got to realize. I've done it in 20 videos. If you do not get to bed, if you do not get sleep, if you're a night shift worker, you're going to have an incredibly difficult time to heal. Now, I've had 1 night shift, maybe 2 max, adapt. But the night shift worker that adapted had to be so strict. The rest of her, she was an emergency room doctor. So on her days off, it was totally rest and digest. The parasympathetic part of her day became incredibly important. You guys don't know how to turn off. The biggest reasons why I see people not adapt is because their sleep is bad. That's the #1 reason why it's poor. So You know, the myth is that you can adapt in 12 days. That's a bunch of crap. The myth is that you're losing a bunch of fat in 20 days. That's a myth. The myth is that you can eat a lot of protein. That's a myth. The myth is that you can have almond flour and cheese and nuts and drink every once in a while and refeed and be in ketosis. Bull S. Period. Period. And if things were that easy, we would have people that were healthy and living a life and not having a propensity for cancer. Just walk out your door. If it was so easy to do a ketogenic diet and then go run and do a bunch of cardio, then everybody would look similar to this. This was hard work. Trust. I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into building my health because I don't have time to go out to pasture and die. I only have time to go and to live life to the fullest. So the beginner's guide to ketogenic is very psychological. It's very much in here because I can tell you to do a flush and check your gallbladder and see if you're estrogen dominant and get off your birth control pills, and all medications can block ketogenesis, and men, you're on testosterone, and your gut health and your serotonin levels and your liver, kidney, gut, if they're detoxifying, if you have a gene mutation, all the stuff that I talk about in videos. I can say, eat this when you wake up, work out at this time, eat dinner at this time, start fasting the process after dinner because you want to empty out your stomach, check your stomach acid levels, see if you have the dysbiosis like I said. I could say check for all those, do oat test and a comprehensive urinalysis by medlabs.com. But if you guys don't get right here, it won't work. It just doesn't work. And that's why keto becomes a trend. So, hi guys. You have to get ready right in here. Every time I hear somebody complain, do I have to eat avocados? It's so gross, nasty. Or I don't like vegetables, or I don't like this, or I don't like that, or do I have to go to bed early, or I like to watch TV at night. When I hear that stuff, I think first world problems. I'm going to South Africa next month, and I want to go to Soweto. I want to go to the ghetto. I want to wake up and realize how lucky I have it. So every time I come back home and I eat my ketogenic meals, I'm just like the luckiest person on the planet. And I'm very grateful for my food, and I'm very grateful for the animals that provide my health. I'm very grateful for the plants. I'm grateful for everything. So if you're going to do a ketogenic protocol, not only do you have to change your macros, but you have to change your thinking. Because I always say that your body is a reflection of your mind. And if you don't like your body, you have to change your mind, because that's what got you into that mess. And when I hear people say, I eat when I'm hungry and I fast, and I'm like, okay, do you understand the physiology behind fasting? Do you understand the physiology behind your own epigenetics? The answer is always no and no. The answer is always, some things work for others, some that don't work for others. And it's like some cockamamie BS comment, some stupid, passe, dumb, ridiculous thing that people don't want to look deeper. Under our hood, everybody has issues times 1,000. So for me, keto is not about weight loss. I don't have to lose weight, right? I just have to get fit. So my goal is fitness, to be healthy. I don't mean fitness like, oh my God. No, I mean healthy from the inside out. So this is my last minute, guys. If you want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com and book a consultation before I stop doing it. You can go to Stephanie, the business person, on my Facebook fan page, because I love to talk about the human body in connection to keto. Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram. But the best is to go to Periscope, download the app onto your smartphone or to your tablet, and I have live Q&As and conversations where you can talk to me live. So just go to the show notes and click on the link below. But to wind this up, guys, the whole thing on the beginner's guide to the ketogenic diet, I would have to do like a 20-part series, but I basically put the basics in 2 videos. If you want to learn more, watch the other videos. And I've got like 8 seconds left because I'm not a YouTube partner yet. and I'm out.